You see that loop? I mean, that cycle where money comes in, money goes out, something happens, and then you're back to zero. Sounds familiar, right? That is the paycheck to paycheck cycle, and tens of millions of people are living it right now. Not because they're irresponsible, not because they don't care, but because nobody ever showed them why the loop keeps looping. Money hits the account, you feel it for maybe 2 days. Then the rent reminder pops up, the car note, the light bill, the subscription you forgot about, the thing that broke last month that you've been ignoring, and just like that, it's gone. And the wild part? You did everything right, you went to work, you got paid, you didn't do anything crazy, but somehow, you're still staring at a near zero balance wondering where it all went. Today, we're breaking that down. Not with a budgeting lecture, not with a stop buying coffee speech, but with the actual mechanics of why people stay stuck. And the exact shift that starts to change it. If this already sounds like your life, drop loop in the comments. You're not alone. And you won't be by the end of this video. Let's start with the real reason people stay stuck. Here's what most financial content gets wrong. They tell you the problem is spending, so you cut back. You stop eating out. You cancel a subscription. You feel good for 2 weeks, and then life happens. And you're right back where you started. The problem isn't willpower. It's not laziness. It's not that you don't want to get ahead. The real reason people stay stuck comes down to 3 things working against them at the same time. No buffer, reactive spending, no system. Let's slow down on each one, because this is where most people get it wrong. No buffer means you're operating at zero margin. Every dollar that comes in already has a job before it arrives. So when anything unexpected happens, and something always happens, you don't absorb it. You react to it, which means whatever progress you made just got erased. Reactive spending means your financial decisions are being made by your circumstances, not by you. The car breaks down, you figure it out. The medical bill comes, you figure it out. But figuring it out in the moment usually means debt, withdrawal, or sacrifice. You're not choosing where your money goes. Your crises are choosing for you. When it comes to no system. No system is the quietest killer. Most people manage money by memory and feeling. They sort of know what's due, they kind of know what's left. But without a clear, reliable structure, money just leaks. Slowly, constantly. And you don't notice until it's already gone. These 3 things together are what create the loop. And until you address all 3, more income won't fix it. It'll just mean more money cycling through the same broken system. If that question hit a little too close, hit the like button, because we're about to expose the leaks most people ignore. Talking about the leaks most people ignore, here's what we will be discussing. You might think you don't have a spending problem because you're not buying luxury items or living large. But there are 3 specific leaks that drain people at every income level, and they're almost invisible until you know what to look for. Leak number 1, lifestyle creep. This one hits even when income is low. Lifestyle creep isn't just about upgrading to a nicer apartment or a newer car. At lower incomes, it looks like this. You get a small raise, so you upgrade your phone plan. You get a tax refund, so you spend it over 3 weekends. You start eating out a little more because you deserve a break. None of it feels extravagant. All of it adds up. You know what's the tricky part? Lifestyle creep feels like a reward. It feels like you're finally living a little. But if your expenses rise every time your income does, even slightly, you never create space. You just move the ceiling. Leak number 2, debt drag. This is the one that punishes you twice. First, you borrow to cover a gap. Then you spend the next several months paying back that which you borrowed, plus interest. Which means your future income is already spoken for before you even earn it. Debt drag keeps you in the past. Every month you're paying for something that happened 3, 6, 12 months ago. And while you're looking backward, the present is building up a new gap. Leak number 3, irregular expenses. These are the surprise expenses that were never really surprises. Car registration, annual subscriptions, back-to-school costs, holiday spending, medical bills, birthdays. These things happen every single year, but most people never plan for them. So when they arrive, they land like emergencies. And emergency mode is how debt gets created, how savings get wiped out, and how the loop restarts. Quick question, which one hits you the hardest? Comment creep, debt, or surprises, because the solution depends on what's actually draining you. And also, let me know in the comments which video to make next. Now let's talk the breathing room strategy. Okay, so now you know the loop, the root causes, and the 3 leaks. Here's where most people make the next mistake. They try to fix everything at once. Or they try to start growing instead of stopping the leaks. You cannot fill a bucket that still has holes in it. The breathing room strategy is simple. It has one goal before any other goal: create space. Not savings, not investments, not debt payoff, not yet, just space. Breathing room means there is a small but real gap between what you earn and what you spend. Even a $50 gap, even $30. That gap is the beginning of control. Without it, you are always one unexpected expense away from the loop restarting. Here's how you create it without earning more. Step 1. Stabilize before you optimize. Pick the single most damaging leak and slow it first. Not all three at once. Just one if irregular expenses are the issue. Start setting aside $20 a month into a separate account labeled Life Happens. That account should exist for one purpose, so the next irregular expense doesn't derail you. If lifestyle creep is the leak, commit to a 30-day no new recurring expenses rule. If debt drag is the leak, stop adding to it while you build the buffer. Step 2. Name the buffer before you spend. When money hits your account, before anything else, before rent, before food, before anything, move a small amount into a separate account, even $25, even $10. The amount doesn't matter. The habit of moving it first matters more. This is not an emergency fund. This is a psychological and structural buffer. It represents your refusal to live at zero. Step 3. Treat irregular expenses as regular expenses. Pick your 3 most predictable surprises. Estimate their annual cost. Divide by 12. Set that amount aside every month when they arrive. And of course they will, but you're ready. No panic, no debt, no loop restart. That's the breathing room strategy. It doesn't make you rich, it makes you stable. And stability is the foundation that growth actually sticks to. If this is making sense, please subscribe, because my next video covers what to do after you have breathing room, how to actually start building, not just surviving. Okay, let's move on to discuss the shift that changes everything. Here's the mindset moment, and I want you to really sit with this. Most people in the loop are thinking, I just need to make more money. And yes, more income matters, absolutely. But if the system is broken, more income just means more money cycling through a broken system faster. You've probably seen it. People who get raises and somehow still feel broke 6 months later. People who get windfalls and wonder where it went. Income without structure doesn't build anything. The shift is this. Stop asking, how do I earn more? At least for right now. Start asking, how do I get more control over what I already have? Control comes before growth. Stability comes before strategy, and breathing room comes before everything. Because here's the truth. When you have even a little bit of space, your whole relationship with money changes. You stop reacting and start choosing. You stop dreading the end of the month and start planning for the next one. You stop feeling like money is happening to you and start feeling like you have a say. That feeling, that's not just financial, it's psychological. It's the difference between scarcity mode and clarity mode. And you can get there without a raise, without a side hustle, and without a perfect plan. You just need to start with the loop, understand it, find your leak, and create your first inch of breathing room. Drop control in the comments if this landed for you. I usually respond to every single one, so that's it. That's the real framework, the actual reason the loop exists, and the real way to start breaking it. Not budgeting tips, not spend less or save more. Want to learn deeper? The next video walks you through what to do once you have breathing room, how to start stacking small wins into real momentum. It's linked right here. Go watch it. And if someone in your life is stuck in this loop, share this video with them, not to call them out, just to show them the solution. I'll see you in the next one.